Hello everybody, this is Sheldon from Shell Rock Art, and I'm going to be making some coasters tonight. I just worked on a little bit of a color palette. I got some glass wings color art pigments that I'm going to be using in this mix, but I'm not using all glass wings. Some of it's going to be part of the what's the other one? Bright Blooms collection, I believe it was. But anyway, and then I have a couple of tube paints that I have as well. But I had a nice color palette I worked out, so I'm gonna try to make 4 coasters on these. And many people ask me the question about them on the Facebook page. So if you look at it close right there, you see the Home Depot rigid core luxury vinyl flooring. You can take a screenshot of that if you like, but that's where I got it from. And these were the floor samples, and it has a little bit of wood grain to it, but it's not. Some are a little more rough than others. You got different types, but try to find the smoothest one, and it works out the best. And this bottom part here is very soft and rubbery, so you can actually make a coaster without adding a cork to it. Just put a resin coat on top of it, and it works perfectly. So that's what I use to also make my skins when I peel them off. So, without further ado, let me grab my house paint and start making some coasters. So, I wanted some contrast, and so I'm layering these colors so that I can have a little bit of contrast. Some colors are a little bit subtle, they're not more subtle than others, but as they blow out, it makes a nice, just makes a nice bloom. I like making blooms because blooms are like, I like paint reaction. And when I do blooms, it's almost like when you receive a gift and it's all gift wrap. You don't know what is in the box until you open it. And so when you blow the cell activator over the colors, you don't know what's happening underneath the cell activator until the cells start to open up. And it's almost like 100 little presents opening up to show you exactly what's happening with the colors that you put on the canvas or on the tile or whatever you're using. So that's kind of like the addiction, because you don't know, you have an idea of what's going to appear as the cells open up, but you really don't know. And so there's a curiosity there. So what I just added was ginger flower. This is from the Glass Wings collection called Isadora. This is from the Putting on the Glitz, I think it is. This is Nebula Star. And I'm putting them on there kind of loosely so that a lot of the colors tend to blend together. This is from the Glass Wings collection, and this is called Glass Wings. Chalcedony, or Chalcedony, I don't know if you pronounce the H or not, but Chalcedony, which is from the Glass Wings. Key Lime from the Bright Blooms. I hope I got it right. I think it's the Bright Bloom collection. This is the Key Lime. A nice, rich, light green color with sparkle. Okay. And so I add this little tiny bit of black, and then here's the key, because everybody asks me about the lightning look. Part of it is because I add the black to it. then whatever color lightning that I'm gonna make, I put a tube paint, whether it's blue or pink or purple, but this time I'm using lime green by Liquitex as my tube paint. And I put that directly underneath my titanium white cell activator, and then I'll blow it out. But when I blow cell activator out, I make sure I don't blow all the way to a point that I'm blowing it off the tile. I want to blow it out, but I try not to blow it off the tile because I want some of the pillow to stay there, so when I spin it, the cells can open up as the paint begins to spread. So I don't want to blow all my pillow off. Just that side blew off, but that's okay. But I try to leave it together. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a puff with the straw in the middle. And usually if I have too much in the middle like that, that means I added a little bit too much cell activator. So I'm gonna try a little bit less next time. This should be good too. All right, and then let all that collect back together. I think I made my cell activator a little too thick. I have to thin it down a little bit. It didn't make much of a halo when I tried. So let's spin this out, see how it worked out. See, I like the color palette, but again, the cell activator is a little too thick. So, I'm sorry folks, time to scrape her off, try it again. And yes, I don't mind recording fails. That's all part of the process. Let's try this again. Pillow. And I'm not going to record all, maybe I'll record 2 tiles, but not all 4. That way I could give you a general idea of how I'm layering the colors. And this is the consistency that I'm using. I don't know if you can see that. It leaves a little trace, and then it disappears. So that's the consistency of my paints. Love that Nebula star. Someone asked me how I come up with my color palette, and half the time it's, I don't know, I just kind of look at nature, try to figure some of the things out in nature, or perhaps some of the other things that I see around that I feel matches up pretty well. Green. And the thinner white cell activator. It's not much thinner, but it's thin, it's a little bit thinner. I probably still put too much there too. So it's hard to judge. That was a weird blow. Right. And we shall spin. I think it collected back enough. So let's spin this baby out. Okay, yeah, that works. So that's one. I love the way these colors just start to blend together and shimmer out. So, oh, that's the cool thing about getting a lot of paint off. When you tilt it, good. So that's one piece right there. Get the different colors in there. Okay. I'll put this to the side. We'll go with it again. Number two. I got enough pillow on there. Did you get them? that's the ginger flower again. Let's repeat myself because that way I don't have to do all this typing in the description box. But I'll type it again, I guess. Isadora. Nebula star. Glass wings. Chalcedony. Key lime. Well, this black is probably too thick too. Sometimes these colors get a little bit too thick, and so I have to thin it down to make them blow properly. And that could be part of the reason why some of the cell activator didn't blow the way I like it to blow, because some of the colors underneath may have been a little too thick. Okay, so here's my black, the borders, just a little bit. Green. Now maybe I'll use a little less white side here. It's hard to pour it. You kind of tilt it back towards the middle. It don't have to be in the middle, but right now I just like it in the middle. Okay. Let some of that collect. Be a big blob right here, I can see that. But we'll see what happens when I spin it out. Maybe if I move it this way, I can spin most of that off. So, because I wanted to go in that direction, that's the way I'm going to push the towel. Just a little bit to that direction. And preserve most of my other color on this side. Yeah, see, a lot of it came off that direction. Good. Looks like some green negative space before coastal. I think it looks lovely. Oh yeah, I like that. All the corners are covered. Good. I'll scoop him off. Put them on the drying spot. There's that one. in my Forrest Gump voice, it's like blooms are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Shall I do one more on camera? Why not? Okay, I think I got time for one more. And then I'll just hang it up and I'll do a last one and turn the camera off. And then I'll show you all four. Okay? So let's go for it. I always have my colors lined up so I don't forget the order. It helps me. I mean, I see artists do it all the time and say, well, I put this, that. I'm like, there must be a method to their madness because I don't know how they remember the order that they put the colors in. I can't do that. I gotta line mine up like school children. Line them up. When they're in the hallway, they go out to recess. I know who's where and what place. Even though I've never been a school teacher. So, I'm just loosely layering these colors on there because I like some of the other colors that come through the middle and the bottom. So you can get some multicolored cells. That's the purpose of it. Lime green for green lightning. See, sometimes I get the air bubbles not in my pillow, but just inside of my colors. Those I really don't worry about because when I blow it, it pops anyway. As long as I don't have it in a pillow, so some freckles don't come up. Okay, let that collect back together. Let's get some new cells start to work back up so give it a little bit of a puff. This little light area here, I'm gonna give it a slight puff in here. See if something comes up. If not, see this time I blew in a different way. I kind of like the way I blew this one. I kind of blew in a small circle, like around and around first, and then I started blowing out. I didn't just blow down, and then I started out this way. I kind of blew around in a circle, in a bigger circle, and then I started blowing out. I didn't do that with the first two. The first two I just kind of blew in, and then I started out to the sides. But I forgot with a couple of the other ones, I kind of like blew it a little bit out, and then I started blowing. It worked a little bit better. But you see how I didn't blow a lot of my pillow off? That gives me enough pillow there so that when I spin it, my cells grow because the paint is starting to spread. And that's what you want anyway. You want your paint to spread. couldn't even decide on which way if I wanted to pull it one way or another. Some parts I didn't want to lose. That's good. So I'll leave that the way it is. Bring it up to the camera. Like so. There's multicolored cells in there I like. Oh, and the dark edge of that lacing right there, that's what I use the black paint for. That's what I'm gonna use a little bit. So I'm gonna cut the camera off and then do this last one, and then I'll show you again what the results are. Okay folks, so this is what I have now. So I have about the shadow of on a different table on my counter. But this is the first test tile, which I might end up making into a coaster anyway. So that's the first piece that I did off camera to get my colors right. And then I started off, I believe, with this one over here, perhaps. And I did this one here. I believe I did this one here with all that green negative space, which is pretty cool. Look at that wispy little area. I like that. So it's a little bit different. And then I did this one last off camera here. So that's the set. So they all match up pretty well. Even the tester piece. So I'm gonna make it like a 5-piece coaster set. So I hope you like it, and thank you for watching. And this is Sheldon from Shell Rock Art. And again, hit that like button, and please subscribe to my channel. But for now, happy pouring and have a great day. Bye-bye.